Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd, and I'm Todd. Hey, we're going to do a request. Well, it's not really a request. I don't think it's a request. It was a song mentioned by several YouTubers in comments to reactions I've done to Hawkwind songs. So let's read the first one and see where we go. The first comment comes in from Jeb J, and it's a comment to my reaction to Hawkwind High Rise. And Jeb says, I have seen this band live so many times. I've got the original In Search of Space. Loved your reaction. Thank you very much. The bass is amazing. Bob Culvert was singing. The band is still going. Dave Brock, now 80, is still playing. Previously, they had a certain bass player called Lemmy, and Hawkwind recorded a song called Motörhead. Lemmy left to form his own band. You might have heard of them. Period, period, period. So there he mentions Motörhead. So, went to the next one. The next one comes in from a YouTuber, again, to my reaction to High Rise by Hawkwind. The YouTuber goes by the name Nick Broll. Nick says, Todd, if you're interested, Lemmy reworked his Hawkwind songs, Lost Johnny, The Watcher, and Motörhead, there's that Motörhead again, on Motörhead's first album. It is an interesting comparison in style. And I do have that Motörhead for the Motörhead's first album, and it's a dandy. It's a dandy. So the song is mentioned again, but more in tune with Motörhead than Hawkwind, but it was mentioned. The last one we have is by a YouTuber who commented to Hawkwind Space is Deep and goes by the name Quark Rock. Now, the comment is very, very long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read the last couple of sentences because that's really kind of where we want to go with this. I really think more people need to hear Hawkwind. Having the occasional song used for a Ford advert ain't gonna spread the word. Didn't know Ford used a Hawkwind song for one of their advertisements. If you want to stick to Lemmy era, I'd recommend Master of Universe from 1971, Urban Gorilla from 1973, Paradox from 1974, or Motörhead from 1975. And there's the third time Motörhead is mentioned in a comment to Hawkwind. So we're going to do Motörhead. Now, Motörhead is the last song Lemmy wrote for Hawkwind before he left the band. And I don't know exactly how he left the band. I've read different accounts of that. So maybe people that have a great love for Hawkwind can add it to the comments. What happened to Lemmy? Why did he leave Hawkwind and form Motörhead? Anyways, the song was the B-side to the single, the 1975 single, Kings of Speed. So the song is put onto the B-side, and I want to hear what it sounds like because I've heard the Motörhead version. The Motörhead version rocks. So let's see what they do because Hawkwind's a little bit different, a little bit more spacey, a little bit more psychedelic. Let's see if Lemmy has that type of spin on the Hawkwind version. So here we go with Hawkwind doing Motörhead. a little bit different from the other Hawkwind songs that I've reacted to. Now, I like that it started out kind of spacey. It did start out spacey, kind of psychedelic, and that's what I was expecting this song to be. But then Lemmy comes in with the bass guitar, very similar to the Motörhead version, and he plays that real hard bass, really loud, and it is great. What an awesome bass sound. Loved it. And then the drums come in real hard, and then the guitars. And then as they start singing the song, I think that's a saxophone that comes in. Now, I don't know because I've often said in different Hawkwind videos that I've reacted to that an instrument was playing, but it sounded like the instrument, though it really wasn't the instrument. They were playing something else instead that kind of sounded like the instrument that I thought it was. So I'm not sure if that's a saxophone in there or not. I'm guessing it is. They also showed a person playing a flute. I really didn't hear the flute sound, but who knows? They might have been putting that flute through some sort of oscillator or something. I'm not sure. But great so far. Now, the other thing about it, it is rock and roll. I mean, the other Hawkwind songs that I reacted to were more spacey, more psychedelic. This one is like pure rock and roll. It started out kind of spacey, but once that bass guitar started, Lemmy started playing his bass, whoom, this thing went full speed rock and roll. Really great. Good sounds. Good sounds. Let's see where this goes. I'm gonna take it back a little bit and let's start her up. Okay. Was that a violin in there? I mean, that sounded like a violin. I loved it. I love violin in a song where it doesn't really fit and they kind of throw violin in and it just makes the song sound so phenomenal. But I'm not sure if that's violin. I mean, I don't know. With Hawkwind, I don't know what they're really playing, but that was pretty cool. I loved it. If it was a violin, that was ultra cool. I thought that was a great instrumental break for this song. Again, so much different than the Motörhead version. So let's keep on going with this. Loved the maybe violin. Maybe somebody can tell me in comments what that really was. Oh, wow, that was great. A great last Lemmy song for Hawkwind. That was excellent. I loved it. I also liked the fact that they had that girl on stage and her face was kind of painted. There were some people in the audience with painted faces. Just kind of wacko, psychedelic, Hawkwind type visuals, you could say. But I loved it. I love that violin. Now, if it wasn't a violin, let me know. Put it in the comments, but it sure sounded like a violin. I loved that sound in the song. It just added so much. It made it, what could I say? It gave a little bit different sound to this kind of hard rocking song. But I loved it. From the beginning, the spacey sounds, to Lemmy's bass, to the drums, and then to the saxophone, if that was a saxophone, to the violin. I mean, this whole song is just a great rocker. So different from anything else that I've reacted to so far by Hawkwind. Just so different, but I thought it was great. And this thing went off to make a great Motörhead song as well. Dynamite. Just dynamite. I was like, wow, this is really a groover. So if you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed Hawkwind doing the song Motörhead, hit that like button. That'd be so cool. If you have any comments about Hawkwind, Motörhead, and let me know if I was right on the saxophone. Let me know if I was right on the violin, if those are really what they were, or maybe they were playing some other instrument that could sound like that. Let me know. Put it in the comments. That'd be very, very cool. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really like that. And then go over here, hit that bell, and you'll get updates to my latest videos. Great, great, great song. I'm really glad that this was mentioned by so many people in the comments that Lemmy wrote Motörhead for the group Hawkwind. It was great. Put a big, big smile on my face. I hope it put a huge smile on your face. And peace out, baby.